everybody, welcome back to Tip Tuesday. Today I want to talk about some common mistakes made during tree. It's one of my favorite practices. I love teaching it. A lot of my clients love it. It feels amazing in the body. It's also another great way to work on your front splits. But there are some things to keep in mind when you're practicing. So you want to be seated on your box, and in tree it's really important to work on square hips, right? So as you go into your first stretch for tree, you're going to think your standing leg, the leg that's in the strap, that hip pulls back. And the knee, the hip of the bent knee, is reaching a little forward and under. And then most people like to just bend and straighten their leg sort of from the knee. But what you really want to remember is that you need to lift your powerhouse, lift your spine to straighten your leg so that the whole unit is working. Once you do that, you come up your tree, bend your elbows, and come forward. At this point, you want to start to move your spine more than your leg. And then as you go back, most people rock back, and then they kind of sink down. But you don't want to do that. You want to hold the square hips, and as you rock back, you're still stretching up your tree. So the rotation is happening in the pelvis, but the spine is still stretching. And then as you walk down your stretch, you're going to lengthen back off the box and reach back. At this point, you really want to stretch the back of the thigh that's in the box. So you're kind of pressing into the box and lengthening that leg. And at the same time, you're lengthening the leg that's pointing to the ceiling. And I'm stretching my spine long. My chin's going to come in, and I'm going to keep my legs steady as I lift my spine up my leg, and always return to the start position. So make sure you keep the lift of the spine a priority in tree, and it will change the dynamic of the stretch and make it that much juicier for you. It's really enjoyable, but don't become so comfortable in the exercise that you start to dump into it and miss the point. I hope you've enjoyed this week's Tip Tuesday, and I will see you next Tuesday for more tips.